to rank the seasons.
The parts.
Wait, how does that
The
song go
parts.
again from the previous season? Which was Casey and
Oh. I wanna freak you.
Every time I close my eyes,
Anyway,
I wake up feeling so
I
horny.
wanted to stop that.
I can't get you
Out of my mind,
No.
freaking you is all I see.
Sexy, you be all I see.
You can continue.
Anyway,
It's all crazy though, I ain't gonna lie.
we here to rank the
Shout out to everybody who knew it before JoJo's.
We here to rank the season.
If you heard that song from JoJo's first, you were young and that's just awful.
Maybe
Nah,
they
because
wasn't-
Jodeci was the truth back
Maybe
in the
they
day,
wasn't
man.
exposed to that.
To R&B.
Yeah,
Exposed to that 90s R&B.
I mean, come on, that song speaks to everybody. Like, you wake up feeling so horny.
Jesus. All right, we get a little ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
man.
So we are here to rank the JoJo's
ranking
parts.
them. We're ranking them in order.
Oh,
For our best, what we think is our best to the worst.
Well, yeah. You know what's so crazy because
Not even the worst.
saying worst
Yeah,
always
worst-
sounds bad,
it's
but I
not the
mean
worst.
technically one of them has to be the
The
worst,
worst.
even though it can still be like
It's all
Good.
good. Like
It's
you
just-
could be like a rank, you could be like a 9 in rating, but still be the worst out of the other ones, and the rest of them 10s. Like
yeah.
it's still live, but I guess rank from best to least best.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever.
Fifth place, basically.
Well, you know, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, all the due diligence and stuff like that. Hit the notifications.
They did well. Again, this man is so predictable. I already know where it's going. Where, but
You don't know what's going on.
Howard might throw me for a loop.
I'll let Howard start first.
I mean,
Yeah, Howard is the newest one to JoJo, so let him start
But
first.
before we start though, y'all see this thing on screen. Are we gonna just agree off it that the newest season was it Stonewall?
No,
Stone
that's the one that ain't come out yet.
That's what Stone Ocean, right?
Stone Ocean is still
Yeah,
singing.
we're not trying. We're not
still
include-
boss winning.
We're not including.
Stone Ocean is crazy.
We're not including that in our ranking because that whole already started off crazy, but it hasn't finished.
Yeah, they still
And
got part
it's just,
2.
It wouldn't feel right because I feel like I put that whole at the top, but it wouldn't feel right to put it because like. So just we're gonna put it on the not yet section and
The
just leave it
not
there.
yet section.
Yeah, so still ball. What is it? Still ball train or still ball rain? What is it? I don't know.
Still all green.
Something like that. That's the one that ain't come out yet. They ain't even here yet. So
All
I'm not gonna
right,
put that one
Stone
there.
Ocean.
But we got the first 5 parts.
All right.
Phantom Blood, Battle Tendency, Stardust Crusader,
and
Diamond is Unbreakable, and Golden Wind.
Yup.
So that's the
All
one
right,
we're going to Howard, you going first,
No,
bro.
go. I just want to see if we because I'm gonna say some things that I feel like we're all gonna agree on. This is 5th place. The first one.
Huh?
I don't know. Just do yours.
Yeah, do yours. I feel like we agree on this. Is
Do
yours.
yours.
So I'm putting the first one 5th place. Just
Phantom Blood, 5th place, okay.
It wasn't my best and like.
Hey, explain your explanation.
Explain it after. Oh, okay.
So just set them all up and then go. All right, what you got? What you got? 4th place.
All right. 4th.
Unless you want to just do 1st place already. Kind of like jump around. Easy. Easy.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Where you going, Brad?
I ain't have to do it.
Okay.
I gotta put that. I gotta. Yeah.
Okay.
And then this was mine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I have.
Okay, you guys look at that. All right. So you got part 5, part 3, part 4,
Then part,
then part
2,
2, and
and
then part 1.
That's how I'm going with it.
Okay.
That's what you're rocking with.
I can explain now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what
Let's
you got?
hear your explanation.
For the 5th place, that first season was the main reason I talked so much mess about JoJo's.
I think everybody does.
Like it didn't capture me. I was like, what is this? It's kind of annoying. I legit watched like first 4 episodes and I didn't come back for years because of that first part. And like even when I got through the first part, I didn't really like it. I got through it, and then like second part, it started to get me a little, but it still wasn't my favorite. It was just like that, and it's just like, I see potential. Now part 3, when like they fighting Dio in the city and everything, like no, that hoe had me in a chokehold. Like, god damn, that hoe was crazy to me. Man, Dio said zero dog. I was like, bro, now this is it. Like that hoe was crazy to me.
The chokehold.
Chokehold is crazy.
Oh man.
Part 4 was live. Like nothing. It wasn't too bad. It was just. It just wasn't my best. Like it was one of those like, okay, you're building more on the story. Like it's a new character. Like it's cool. See how some of them ended up. Like it didn't have me in a chokehold. It was more like oh, that hoe was just holding my hand. Like, hi, just come with me. I'm like, I'll follow you. I got nothing else to do.
Yo.
So I put that third. Part 3, the chokehold that had me in like, oh, you had to be on top of all of those. But then we got to part 4. I ain't gonna lie. Part 4.
That's part 5.
Part 5, my bad. Part 5. That had me back in the chokehold because I was like, hold on, this like they be doing the dresses, but like they were like solid in that whole like, oh, we some gangsters. They really be murking people too. The scene where like they thought one of those regular dudes was an enemy stand user at the restaurant, and they just beat the mess out of him.
Oh yeah.
I was like, bro, y'all are some real ass G's. Like it's on site. And then they were like, oh wait, he's not. Sorry.
That seems
and just
crazy.
I was like, nah, like that got me back in the chokehold, and like that's my number 1 easily right now.
What you got to say about part 2 and part 1? Well, you already said something about part 1. You didn't say nothing about part 2.
I said part 2 was like, part 2 is it got me that initial like, okay, this is interesting. Like it wasn't choking me. It was just, I mean, part
This
4,
man in the choking me is
part 4 was
crazy.
part 4 was holding my hand. Part 2 was like tugging at my shirt, like, hey big bro, look at me. Hey big bro, look at me, man. Look at me. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna look at you. What you doing? And like, you know, like when kids be like, look at me, and they do some stupid ass spin. In this case, it wasn't a stupid spin. It was like, oh, they did a backflip. It's like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna watch you some more. Let me see what else you gonna do.
Okay.
So this is mine. You know what I'm saying? Let's just zoom out so we can leave it.
All right. So Rose, where
we
are you
can take a
making
screenshot
adjustments?
with
I'll let you go, Ken.
You gonna let me go? Okay. So you letting me go is probably a mistake because
What you want me to move, man?
I'm not changing anything.
My God!
I'm not changing anything. I'm not changing anything.
Explain.
Okay, I'm gonna start from the bottom. With part 1 being in 5th place, just like he said, it took me 2 years. Remember, if y'all a long time fan of Nerds watchers from was it the first video we? No, it's like the 3rd video we put out.
You know we're coming on our anniversary, right?
We are. It's real close.
Like 2 years. 2 years.
Yeah.
Almost, y'all.
So listen.
Almost
It took me 2
5K.
years to watch like the first like 3 or 4 episodes of JoJo's. Like I kept trying. I was like, yo, this is odd, and I just couldn't fully get it. But once I got to episode maybe like 7, when they're like fighting in like in the mansion and all that stuff, and Dio started doing all that ice stuff and all that, I was like, okay, I can kind of get with this. And then like 8 and then 9 happened, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of intrigued. Mm-hmm. Then we move on into part 2.
That's the backflip, right?
When we move into part 2, being at 4th place, Joseph had me captured from the beginning because he was very funny to me. Every time he was doing stuff, doing that whole like, oh, I know what you're gonna say, and then he called it out, and then they'd be like, oh no, like, oh, how did you know I was gonna say that? Like that was all funny to me. Like Joseph did a really good job. If y'all remember from Jonathan, I said it seemed like Jonathan was like a bad actor. Mm-hmm. For some reason, he was like a bad actor in the show, but Joseph was like a good actor in the show. He had me rolling the whole time. So I messed with part 2. Part 2 is like, it really like brought me in. That's what really made me like, it really made me like JoJo's. Then moving up to the 3rd place is part 4. Okay, so with part 4, I have discrepancies about part 4. For one, Josuke is cool. He's not my favorite JoJo. He's cool. And also part 4 got kind of repetitive. They kept doing the whole thing where they were just like, with the arrow and all that stuff. You just kept finding it was a newsstand user. But once it got past that, and then we get to the second part where Kira was there, and that whole situation, that mode was wild. Him changing his face and all that stuff, I was like, dude is tweaking. So part 4 was kind of cold once it got past all that extra stuff. And I really like, I don't know why I like this scene so much, but the one where they had the when they finally realized that the dude had the long range stand or whatever when it was in the store or whatever,
Yeah.
and they finally figured that whole thing out. That scene was really loud to me because he was causing havoc. He was causing havoc in that store or whatever. But part 4 was pretty good once you get past all like the repetitiveness of them just having a new stand user each time or whatever with the arrow. Part 3 is arguably one of the most classic parts of JoJo. It's like it stands out so much because you finally get Dio back. And the whole time that they're like on the way to try to find him, and they keep showing Dio in like the little silhouette, and he just like they just keep showing him. You can't really see who he is, but you know it's him. It's just like a black silhouette, and he just chilling, and you just know he about to like just do some madness. The scene where freaking what's his name? Where he couldn't go up the stairs, falling around up the stairs, bro. He tried to walk up the stairs, and he go, huh? And then Dio is just like, you not moving, you not going nowhere, and he don't know what's happening. When you realize that Dio actually had to be so petty to stop time, grab him and walk him down the stairs, go back to his seat and restart time, and he did that like 5 times. That is petty, bro. Why are you doing this? This man is a madness. The whole Dio scene in the city is a madness. When they in the car, he's going crazy. When when they finally figure out like what it is, and he just obliterates what's his name? Little Kakuin? What is it?
That's not Kakuin. That's
starts with a K. I can't remember.
I forgot. Dude in the green with the emerald splash and all that stuff. He did him a madness. He hold the mess out of him, and
I don't remember.
Jotaro is actually even though Jotaro is like super like chill and like he don't really talk a whole lot. He still got a cool like essence to him as a character. He's kind of like mysterious, and the fact that he was able to do the whole Zoroardo thing at the end was pretty live. That mug is arguably like the most like classic part of JoJo's. But when we get to part 5, I didn't think that I was gonna like. I was thinking like when I was watching JoJo's that I was gonna like part 3 the most. When I got to part 5, I said, "Oh no, this is different." The whole setup of them being in the mafia, that just automatically made me like, okay, I really like this because you got to go through different like officers within the mafia. They trying to figure out what's going on. Remember the scene? This. I'm moving past faster because we kind of run out of time. But remember the scene where they pull up to the spot where Divolo is, right? He was like they said one person can come up.
Yeah.
And they all like started like going in there and stuff like that, bro. What's the elevator scene, bro? It was wild. Remember when they was in the elevator?
Just
trying to go up? Huh?
Just the 2 of them.
When they was trying to go up from the to the
like the
to
leader
where he was?
and the kid.
Yes, bro.
And then the kid got snatched.
Snatched! Oh my god.
Oh,
That
was
bro,
like,
Diavolo is a menace, bro. He is a menace. I hate the way his stand looks, bro. He's so creepy. Remember when they were in like the little room and he sneak his head around the corner, he looking at him, and he's like, I know he's there, but he just look nasty, bro. But he cold though. I ain't gonna lie. Diavolo is cold.
I forgot to mention too. Like,
he is cold.
Why that season is great. The end.
No, the end is stupid. The end is stupid. The whole Requiem thing is just a madness. But nah, part 5, them being in the mafia and a lot of those stands in there is like even Zipperman, bro. Zipperman.
Oh, Zipperman's crazy.
That is like that's the weirdest stand I've ever seen. But he is cold. He is cold. Part 5 is the best part right now, for sure. Now. We ain't talking about part 6, but
we're not talking about part 6. Like
part 6 would probably be above part 5 for me.
To be above everything.
Not even gonna lie to you.
But like, it's not done yet, so we're not including it.
Yeah,
like this just because that first half went crazy.
Man.
No, that was live.
Nah, Diavolo is trash, but he live at the same time. He's trash, bro. His whole daughter situation, he's trash.
So me and Ken
but,
agree.
Yeah, we agree. I have the same list.
What's up, Rose? What are you gonna change?
Rose, we already know what's gonna happen, bro. We already know what's going first.
Just move the second.
Just
to
move
first.
part 3 up to first place. Don't even.
Huh?
I almost did that. But
This
I almost did that first one.
this is the correct hierarchy.
Correct.
I can agree with you on the 3rd and 4th place. And the only reason I put that one in, the only reason I put part 2 below part 4 is because of the ending. The ending was better than how part 2 was. But I can agree with you with that. Okay. If I were to make a change, it would be that part 2 going above part 4.
I would say,
but I don't agree with the top one.
I don't 100% agree with the 3rd and 4th place switch, but I also don't 100% disagree.
Yeah.
Like
I'm like 50-50
it's like
on that.
I really don't want it, but like if somebody says it, I'm just like, I'm not gonna argue because
I can live with a list where
I can live with that.
But
part A,
before.
first and second place, I cannot agree with that.
Nope.
I can't.
Not one bit.
I can't. Oh, please tell us why you put that.
Not
Rose.
one bit.
Alright, I'm gonna start with the bottom.
Okay,
All
go.
right. The first season was a struggle, so
Yes, it was.
that's natural.
Understandable.
The 4th season, the reason I have it number 4 is because Josuke is definitely not.
He's not the best JoJo.
He's not. He's cool.
Joseph is a way better JoJo.
Yes,
than
for sure.
Josuke.
Yeah, Josuke wasn't even my favorite character in that
Nope.
part.
He wasn't.
Nope.
Yeah.
It was the short dude.
Little homie with the robot.
Yeah.
I said robot, but what is his name?
I don't remember his name.
I don't know.
But it
I'm
was,
forgetting names.
What's his? I think I remember.
It was
It's the little silver robot little dude.
No,
The
his-
reverb shit.
yeah,
Reverb, yeah.
That was
Nah, that was
crazy.
cold. That was cold.
Reverb
That was
was
cold.
live.
Reverb Act
and then,
1.
And then the manga artist, he was live too.
The manga artist was live.
He
bro.
could go ahead.
He was live.
Oh!
But see.
Nah,
But
he was,
I can still agree with you on
I want to hear why.
you.
I want to hear why
Nah,
you
he
put
was live.
part 2 over that though. I want to hear.
I actually go ahead because I really like part 2. But go ahead.
I like part 2. The Hammond was live. The Pillar Man, that was live.
Mm-hmm.
Having Dio's son in it was an interesting twist, given the fact that they're both sons of Jonathan and Dio. So it was like, but seeing them work together was like live. Like
Yeah.
I actually liked Caesar. He was that nigga.
No, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed part 2. Don't get me wrong.
So
Same.
I feel like part 2 is just a bit better than part
I can agree with that.
I can't disagree.
I'm like
It's like
it's a toss up for me.
yeah. It's like, I'm fine with it.
'Cause-
I'm fine with it.
Because like you said, part 4 was
It's very repetitive.
Yeah.
It's very repetitive.
Definitely
To the end.
is. But
Yeah.
like he said, like towards the end, that whole went crazy.
It
Towards
was
the
crazy.
end, it got better for sure. But
So-
for a long portion of that, I was
Yeah.
doing the same thing.
Oh, newsstand. Oh, next person getting sliced up. All right.
All right, bro.
I do like the dichotomy with the brothers though.
Oh yeah, that was
With the
cool.
dad, the
Mhm.
messed up dad, the Hunchback of Notre Dame dad or whatever.
Yeah, that was cool.
Wow.
When he finally, started being on Josuke's side, that part was cool. But nah, it was very repetitive.
Yeah, so I feel like part 2 is
I can agree.
part 5. I love part 5.
Okay.
Gio, he was a top notch nigga.
Okay.
Luciati was for sure that nigga.
Easily.
Diavolo, that nigga was live.
Nah, he's crazy.
He was
dog.
for sure
He's
crazy.
live, but he has mental issues.
Oh, for sure.
Bad.
For sure.
He did all of that to kill his bro. Just go,
Bro,
I'm not gonna lie. You could have easily killed your daughter. You
exactly.
could have told the other people to kill her. Like
He went about it so he was
he went
all
in a
around.
big ass
just-
circle just so people wouldn't know who he was.
Bro.
He
Like,
was doing a lot to make sure people didn't know who he was.
and it's like, bro, you could have taken a little bit of a chance and it probably would have been fine. But it's whatever. He did what he did. But why is that second though? Or better yet, no. Finish why it's second and then tell us why you have part 3 over everything.
So part 3 over everything is really. It's so many classic moments.
Specifically
That's what I said. It's classic.
over
It's-
part 5, specifically over that.
Because I feel like without part 3, we wouldn't have everything else.
I mean, that's
I
fair.
mean, obviously, yes.
But like, if part 3 was a fail, nobody would be really rocking JoJo's like that. If part 3 had failed, y'all would not.
I get what you're saying.
okay, I see. I can agree to that too, because like part 2 was
But that
definitely.
still don't make it better.
And then-
It gives it a different. It's almost like a Dragon Ball type thing.
And then everything still connects back to part 3. It's
That's true.
Okay. I can
A
agree with
lot
that, but
of
still
our
not making
story-
it better.
I mean, a lot of our story points derived from part 3.
That doesn't mean it's better though.
That means the storytelling that was
It's just-
told in that is longevity storytelling.
They set up the foundation so great, so like the
That's what I'm saying. It's
but like,
top notch. It's
when
set
you-
up for the future.
But as
and
a
it
part
continues
in
for the future.
itself,
as a part in itself, it's
it's
still
still
great.
better.
Yes.
when you look at a
Because
build,
we have so many classic moments that you can legitimately point out that lead back to part 3.
you can.
yeah, but
I miss what you call it. What's his name? The dog.
Yeah, see?
I miss him.
They had so many interesting
I'm not gonna lie.
stands.
I miss him.
yeah.
No, they have great stands
They do.
on part 3. They have great stands. The
Yeah.
baby,
That.
the baby in the dream and all that stuff.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I guess he had a baby, but he's like a little
Yeah.
small little.
Uh-huh.
That is crazy.
When Paul Demurth was in his hotel
In a
room,
hotel room.
that was
with a little bitty.
That man was about to die, y'all.
Nah, bro.
I guess for me, my issue with it is just like part 3 it had a great storyline. It set the foundation for everything, but like even though without it, nothing else would have really been that good. I'm accepting what it was. It was a great foundation.
Yeah.
To me, part 5 was just the story was so great.
It was
that
great.
I'm just like
perfect.
regardless of how great the foundation is, like I'm focused on like the top, like let's say like a big ass skyscraper building, like yeah, like it took a lot of effort to keep that bitch up in the air, but I don't give a fuck about the effort. I want to see the top, like oh, the top, that whole looks not. I like that right there. I like that section.
And then part 3. Are we gonna disagree with that?
Same villain was on part 1.
But in part 3, he was different though.
I'm just saying he was the same villain though.
But in part 3, he was terrorizing niggas. He wasn't just terrorizing them, he was terrorizing everybody around him. Nigga make the cat explode. That cat ended up in that nigga's drink. Like, no.
I do agree that was the best villain.
That's
Like-
fair.
But best story
That's
to me
fair.
is still part 5.
Yes, he's the best villain.
Yeah, best villain.
Nigga's over the top, bro.
He was petty.
I don't know why he's
evil.
so petty. There's no reason for him to act like this, bro. From
It's-
part 1, there's no reason for they took him in.
You're right.
You're a part of our family now because you were orphaned. Now you gonna terrorize the whole family? What are you on?
I forgot about the stair scene.
Bro, the stair scene
bro,
is
that's so
ridiculous.
petty. You could have killed him, ended it, but instead you decided to torture him
And
mentally.
make him think like
He's going
it's
crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Cause like imagine,
Mental torture, bro.
imagine if we actually saw what he did.
I
He
know.
just walks down the stairs, picks him up. Like you gotta legit lift him and put him back down. On
And then walk back and sit down. Make sure you're in the same exact spot. Boom.
what happened?
That's over the top. bro.
What happened? I thought you were gonna come upstairs.
That's over the top.
I'm
bro.
like,
and he did it over and over and over.
he's
again,
like, what's the
bro.
problem? You can't. I'm like, bro, that's so.
Meanwhile,
petty.
he wasted all this time to put it back down. That's I said they've got classic moments.
Then there was the town, that little town they were in with the old lady. Remember they pulled
Oh,
up to
the
that.
lady with the arrow trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Nah, bro. They listen. Don't
There's
get me
just
wrong.
so many classic moments.
Was
in-
part 3 longer? I feel like part 3 was longer than part 5 for sure.
It might have been because part 3 has 2 parts.
Yeah,
So-
because I was like, I was
It's the
thinking
first
about
part
it.
and then the part when they on the way to Egypt.
Even though I like part 5's story better, I feel like since part 3 was so much longer, they were able to add so many great things to it.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot that went on.
Yeah.
People was getting murked and
I just still like part 5 story better than everything else. So.
dang, you know what I just thought about?
But you did make very solid ass
It's
points.
the mirror scene. The mirror stand.
When they were in the
Remember the-
ruins. and
Yeah,
like-
remember the mirror stand? That was wild too. They had some really good stands on this. Cause that's part 3, right?
Yeah.
They had some really good stands. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
But it's still something about part 5 that just captured me. Bro.
wasn't there? Like,
But it's not like it's like a big difference at all. It's not even close.
wasn't it like a mirror stand in part 5 too?
Maybe it is the part 5 that I'm thinking of, the mirror stand.
There was, I don't think there
What's
was.
the mirror, bro?
No,
the
there was a
dude-
mirror stand in part 5.
Okay, that's part 5.
There
Okay,
was
I
not-
love
there
that.
wasn't one in
All right, that's
part 3.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
That was
Yeah,
part
nah, I'm
5.
messing that. I'm thinking of ruins and I'm thinking of
Yeah.
Egypt. That's why I'm getting confused.
They fought
But no.
that the
Yeah,
the sword.
that
in
is
part
part.
3.
That is part 5.
Part 3 they fought the sword.
Which Yes.
Part 5
Part 5 is the mirror, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. See, that's what I said.
But
They
it
had
was
cold
like
stands
they
in
were
part
both
5 too, bro.
How they do?
They had cold stands in both parts, 3 and 5. But like, if you say like, okay,
like they're very
part
close.
5 it's so close,
To
bro.
me, they're very close. But
The biggest jump is from
1 to 2.
the part 1 to whichever.
Yeah, that's the biggest jump.
Because even part 3 and 4, like they're like,
Yeah.
well, no, but the first two, second place and first place are
Close.
are close, but the
Third and
from
fourth
second and
place-
third place,
Oh, yeah,
that's a big jump.
That's a big jump. easy.
But third and fourth is the same,
Like,
and then
it's
from
like I
fourth
can't
to fifth
argue,
is a
yeah.
big jump.
How would you say first and second are close at least?
Huh?
Bro, would you
Oh,
say
yeah,
the
would you
first
say
and
that?
second place are close?
Yeah, they're close. I just give it to
Okay, so at that point, it's like just like really your personal preference at that, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Now, this obviously doesn't count for the video. I just want to know, part 6.
Part 6 is
Just the first half. What are you feeling right now?
it's bro.
This man's gonna create.
He'll probably still put it underneath part 3, but I mean,
Nah,
it's looking really
he's
nice,
put that
bro.
hoe at top.
It's looking really
He put
nice,
that hoe at
bro.
top. He put that hoe at the top.
It's looking really nice, bro. Oh God, hey,
I ain't gonna lie, hey.
hey, I'm so surprised you're doing that, but
That's some classic.
Part
storytelling
6
right there,
is
dog.
crazy.
Just the first half. Just the first
My
half.
nigga Joe
They-
Bro,
Taro
I
out.
could not stop watching,
Bro,
bro.
I was like, what?
They took Joe Taro out. I said, dog.
Hey, back him up, bro.
Can I just point out, I'm still mad at the fact that it's been at least 18 years and this man still didn't increase the time he could stop time. Like, boy, you had 18 years. What were you doing?
Maybe he just
Train.
ain't got it in him.
I don't know. Maybe he thought.
Because he increased it from part 3 to part 4.
He did.
He increased that. He increased it from
Yeah.
there.
But still, after 18 years,
The
man,
way Dio was talking, Dio was making it seem like he'll eventually be able to do hours. That's what he was basically saying. He said, yeah, right now I'm only able to do 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and then next time I'm going to have 10 minutes. I was like, bro, you're going insane. He made it seem like he can do everything. But also, that's not the same exact power, so maybe he can't do it as much. He only has parts of that in him. Because his main power is not the stopping
his
time.
main power is
It's the
strength,
precision.
yeah,
Strength and precision.
and speed.
And speed, yeah.
Yeah.
Strength, precision,
So,
and speed.
The stopping,
Because he could catch a bullet half an inch from his face. So, like,
but that's also that's the speed. That's why he can stop time because he's going that fast. So he should be able to keep going
I
faster.
don't know, bro.
I mean, he
I don't know.
should be, but
I don't know.
all I know
All I know is
they
it
tightened that
is
man up.
part 6 is looking mighty stiff.
Man,
Where the theory is that part 2 of part 6 is gonna come out closer to like March, April. That's the theory. Hopefully that's true.
Look, man, all I know is
I can't wait.
The priest said, "Come here, boy. Pack your ass
He-
up."
He smoked that boy out, bro.
I was
But
like,
yeah, man, look.
that
look.
whole scene where everything wasn't real when she was talking to her dad.
Oh, that
bro, that whole threw me for a loop. I'm like, what am I
That
supposed
means
to
they
believe?
were in that from a very early point. As soon as she sat down,
They was in,
bro, Genjutsu,
bro.
friggin' Izanagi, bro. That's crazy. Nah, and Jolene is a great JoJo.
Nah,
She is a great JoJo. Like, she's better than all the rest of them. The only one that's probably like, even like, that could be close to her would be Joseph.
Yeah,
Because I think Joseph is one of the best JoJo's.
yeah. Because the rest of them, like, they
Who do you think is like
In
with-
terms of what are we basing this off of?
Because I would say every other Joestar, like, their standability allowed them to not be as like intricate with their thought process. Like, they were still.
I mean, well, maybe
no,
not
they-
say that.
no.
Jotaro's got, he's up there too.
They were still smart and they were still able to figure stuff out, but they also had stronger stand abilities. Like, just on a paper, like, just
Jordan
even-
don't have to work for it.
if you write on paper just what their
I don't
stand
know.
abilities are, Jolene,
Well-
hers is not the strongest at all. Like, at all, hers is not the
her
strongest.
application is crazy.
No, application is great, but like on paper, if you just write down what she can do,
Yeah.
every other Joestar's stand is better than hers.
That's true.
So like that's why I
Well,
think she's
besides Joseph, but yeah, because he's got the little.
oh yeah.
the little vines or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, he probably could have done a lot more with it, but they just didn't really flesh that out. But they never even showed his stand.
I'm not.
They didn't even show like the actual stand. They never showed it.
Because they said something. Didn't they say something? Like he's not able to get the.
He's like a. He's like an in between.
Yeah, that's why I don't even count it. But like,
I mean, I don't know.
Other than him, Jolene's is
Jolene is probably the best JoJo.
But
she's up there.
JoJo, because
she's up there.
She's in this whole like. I was like, yeah, hey, now you for sure his kid.
Yeah. Because JoJo is live too, but I just think like she's got charisma and she's got the wit. Jotaro's not really charismatic, but he's very smart. He's very smart, but he don't really be like, he's super laid back. He's pretty chill, which is cool. Like, everybody likes their own different things. But Joseph is really smart, and that's why they're similar. Joseph is very smart, and he's super charismatic, and he's funny. Like, he's got a whole lot going, like, in that regard. So, I don't know. It's,
I'm looking for
your list is not bad, but
it's not. I don't like the first.
I still would put 5 over 3. But y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. Where would y'all put each part of JoJo's? Where would you put it? If you would put 5 over 3, that mean gonna be on me and high side. If you gonna put 3 over 5, that cool too. But please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We gonna catch y'all on the next one. See y'all.
Peace out.